Hi, I'm Michelle LeBlanc, coach with Outrival Racing, the official coach of Memorial Hermann Ironman, Texas. We have a video here to show you of the swim course. Corey Oliver of Brittany Louise Photography was gracious enough to take a boat out on this lake and film the course. At the end of the course, you'll see he'll put the camera down in the water so you'll get to see how nice and clear the water is. Actually, it's pretty murky. We're going to give you some tips and pointers over the course of the next few minutes, just so you can be a little bit more prepared for race day for Ironman Texas. So this is the dock on Lake Woodlands, which you'll be able to enter into the water. They try and funnel everybody out crowded. Just do your best to stay calm, not panic. As you can see, this water is pretty murky. That makes it a pretty rough swim, just because you can't see all the people around you, the foot in front of your face and the hand that's right by your head. So it can be pretty rough here at the start. Here we go, Corey has sped the video up. There was no wind on this day during the filming. This was filmed around 7:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning, so around the time that you'll be out there heading this direction. As you can see, it's an overcast day though. At the end of the video, we'll show you a progression of the sun from 7 to 9:20 in the morning on a sunny day, just so you get to see what the sunrise looks like on the back half of this swim. Again, it's a one-loop course, 2.4 miles, point-to-point swim. Starts at North Shore Park, and then you get out at the transition area of Town Green Park. In the morning, you'll be able to get to your bike, put fluids and nutrition on your bike, check your special needs bags, and then after you've checked everything over in transition, you'll be able to make about a mile walk over to North Shore Park where the swim starts. The temperature range in this water is anywhere between about 76 degrees and 81 degrees. The last 2 years it's been right at about 76, 77 degrees. Hasn't been wetsuit legal. It's been a little cooler than it could be. We got some rain spells in 2011 and 2012 right before the race, which cooled it off at the last minute. It's a shallow body of water, so it changes rather quickly with the current weather. Alright, as you can tell, it's a pretty wide open lake. There'll be buoys here to help you sight and navigate. You've got some big, beautiful homes off to the side that you'll be able to kind of sight off as well. Just do your best when you're out here to find a clean area to swim in and try not to get beat up. Typically, the rough part of the swim lasts about 10 minutes, and then it separates out. The rule for wetsuits is if it's 76.1 degrees or colder, then wetsuits are legal. In between 76.1 and 83.8 degrees, athletes are still able to wear a wetsuit or allowed to wear a wetsuit, but if you do, you have to start 10 minutes back from the main group, from the non-wetsuit group, and you also are ineligible for awards. You can wear a speed suit, a non-rubberized speed suit, in between that same window of 76.1 and 83.8. Over 83.8 degrees and no wetsuits are allowed. The wetsuits have to be less than 5 millimeters thick. You can use a snorkel. You can't use any other aids. No buoys, no fins, no pull paddles, no motorboats. The swim has to be completed in 2 hours and 20 minutes in order to move on to the bike. And here we are swimming back down Lake Woodlands, so we made the turn. You can see you've got a nice building off there in front to side off of, which is great. In this section, the sun will be directly in your eyes. It doesn't look like it here because it's a really overcast day, but it's last year when it was very sunny. The year before it was overcast, but in 2012 it was very sunny, and it really added to the challenge here. So make sure you have some tinted goggles. Make sure that you use your defogger so that you can see clearly. This is a National Geographic moment. If you get in any trouble, you can easily, obviously you can go hold on to a kayak and that won't affect your race. Or you can go off to the side there, and this is a man-made lake, so all around the edges it's 2 or 3 feet deep. So if you get in any trouble, you can just swim off to the side and put your feet down and stand up and take a break. That's not against the rules. It's not against the rules to hold on to a kayak and ask for assistance as long as you don't make forward progress. All right, here we go. We're getting into the waterway. This section here right now looks really smooth. When you get in there with 2,000 of your closest friends, it gets really choppy, and this section is actually quite challenging. The waves just hit the walls, and it makes for what we call down here a washing machine feel. It's a lot rougher than it looks here. It's fun though. Here is where you'll see, it's obviously easy to sight because at any point you can look left or right and you can see where you're going, and it's just a straight shot into the channel. It's also really exciting here because you'll get a lot of family and friends out cheering alongside. You might even recognize somebody or your support group, which is nice. All right, remember when you sight, you want to minimize how much your hips drop into the water. You want to pick your head up as little as possible. Good rule of thumb is every 5 to 8 breaths. If you feel like you're getting off course, then you're going to want to sight a little bit more frequently. If you feel like when you do sight, you are headed the direction that you thought you were headed, then you might sight a little less frequently. So there's no real hard rule to how often you sight. Some of it's just determined on how straight you're swimming and how you're feeling out there. All right, so as you're swimming here, you're looking for the ramp. It's marked very clearly. They'll have some big banners out there, so it's marked very clearly. And this is Town Green Park. This is where you're going to be exiting, and then come up and there'll be tents right there, the changing tents where you're able to go in and change. And then right over that hill behind there, in between the library and Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, is where transition area is. They put steps there. Now here Corey has gone underwater to show you how green the water is. Obviously the clarity is not good. So this is a very murky body of water. That's what makes this swim challenging. Along with it can be very warm. Other than that, it's a pretty easy swim. Here's the progression of the sun on a sunny day between 7 a.m. and 9:20. And this is on the second part, the second turn on Lake Woodlands, or the second section on Lake Woodlands. This is what you'll be looking at if it's sunny, if it's not overcast. We just wanted to show you what you would be looking at one section in the swim. You also get this a little bit in the waterway in the first section. It's still facing you. The day before Ironman Texas, they will open up Lake Woodlands for a practice swim. That's typically the day before, the Friday morning before, sometime around 8 to 10 a.m. Outrival Racing will be out there. If you have any questions, we'll be there to help. Also, 3 weeks before race day, the local parks department opens up the swim course, not the entire course through the waterway, but they'll open up a 1.2 mile loop in Lake Woodlands so that you can come practice and just see what the water's like. And again, Outrival Racing will be offering a clinic before that practice swim. So if you want to attend that clinic, feel free to check us out at our website or email us, www.outrivalracing.com, or email us at info@outrivalracing.com, and we can send you that registration link. Also, feel free to ask us any questions about any of the courses or any of the videos. We're here to help. We're the official coach of Memorial Hermann Ironman Texas, and we wish you luck with the training. Thanks for watching, and be sure and check out our website at www.outrivalracing.com to see more previews of the Memorial Hermann Ironman Texas course.